Thank you so much for clicking on this English lesson. I know there are a lot of great English teachers on YouTube. You picked me. That means a lot. In today's English lesson, we are going to talk about a new deal between Ukraine and the United States worth about 90 billion, yes, billion with a B, dollars. Ukraine will be providing some drones to the United States, and the United States will be providing more weapons to Ukraine, and they will probably use them against Russia. Recently, President Trump has changed his tune. He started talking differently about the war between Ukraine and Russia. Now, he thinks Ukraine might be able to win. He thinks they might be able to get back all of that territory they lost earlier in the war. Together, we will watch a news clip from Fox News. Now, keep in mind, they really like President Trump. Most of the people who watch Fox News are Republicans, so they are really happy about this deal. Let's take a look at the clip together, and then I will come back and teach all of those difficult terms.
38 minutes now after the hour. Breaking news. This happening just moments ago. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky announcing a $90 billion arms deal with the United States. That deal allegedly includes long-range weapons and drones. This as, of course, Russia's Foreign Minister Sergey Lavrov addressed the UN General Assembly today. Stephanie Bennett live with more. We talked last hour, Stephanie, that things are changing moment by moment, and it appears that indeed is the case.
Allegedly is first. If you don't mind, please go ahead and hit that like button if you are enjoying this English lesson. And if this is your first time here, go ahead and subscribe. Allegedly, that's how you pronounce that word, allegedly. And it means people say something happened, but it is not proven. News reports will often say a criminal allegedly did this. It protects themselves from getting into legal trouble. So if you don't know for sure if something happened, you can say it allegedly happened. Let's take a look at a sentence and this picture right here. He allegedly took the last cookie, but no one saw him. So there's no proof. I mean, take a look in the background. It looks like his mom or his grandmother might be doing the dishes or washing her hands. Nobody sees him taking the cookie. So did he really take the cookie? There isn't enough proof. So we have to say he allegedly took the cookie. Sergey Lavrov. He is a Russian politician and diplomat. Sergey Lavrov spoke at the meeting on TV. Let's talk a little bit about what Sergey Lavrov does in Russia. He is the Russian Minister of Foreign Affairs, which is similar to the U.S. Secretary of State. That is Marco Rubio in the picture. And what he does is he tries to build relationships with other countries. If there is a problem, he will try to fix it. He will try to smooth things out with that country. The UN had a General Assembly. What is an assembly? Well, it's just when people gather together. The official definition, a group of people gathered together. This is true. This happened at my school today. We had a school assembly in the gym this morning to watch the juggler. Now, in the picture, you can see a man in the middle. He is juggling. That's what we would call it in English. Now, at my school, I teach at a high school. So my students are like 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 years old. We did not watch a juggler. Instead, students elected their class officers. They picked who would be the president of the class. Have you heard this term? Moment. Moment. It sounds like minute, but it's a little more vague. We don't know exactly how much time this is. The official definition, a very short time. So maybe it's a minute, Maybe it's a second. Maybe it's an hour. Please wait a moment while I finish my dinner, and then I'll take a walk with you. And in the picture, you can see maybe the woman, maybe the husband said, "Hey, do you want to take a walk?" She said, "Oh, just give me a moment. I'll finish my dinner, and then we can go on a walk."
Yeah, hey Kevin, it's one of those days, another busy day where things change by the minute almost. Now, Lavrov, he wrapped up about an hour ago. We're going to dive into that. He took aim at NATO and also the EU. He said Russia has been and remains open to negotiations on eliminating the root causes of the conflict, but Russia's security and vital interests must be reliably agreed.
Great English phrasal verb here. Wrapped up. Wrapped up, it just means finished something. Let's take a look at this picture and read a sentence that has wrapped up in it. This woman, maybe she is studying her English just like you are doing right now. She wrapped up her studying before heading out to dinner with friends. The English phrasal verbs just keep coming. Dive in is the next one, but it's kind of like an idiom. Take a look at this picture here. Now, that person is literally diving into the pool, but when we use dive in as like an English phrasal verb, the way they used it in the newscast, it's more like this: start doing something quickly and with energy. Take a look at this boy. Looks like he just got home from school. I mean, he still has his backpack on. After school, he dove in. That's the past tense of dive in. He dove in and started playing his video game. I hope you dive into your English learning every time you can. Please let me know in the comments, why are you learning English? Do you want to travel more? Do you want to move to the United States? Maybe you just want to have better conversations in English. If you do want to have a conversation in English and you need a speaking partner, I can be that speaking partner. Take a look at the comment section or the description box. I am offering one-on-one tutoring sessions. Just me and you talking for 30 minutes, talking for 60 minutes. I can record our conversation and send it to you after. Most people who sign up for a conversation with me will sign up again. Maybe you and I will be talking soon. Took aim is next, and this is another English phrasal verb that's kind of like an idiom. So let's look at this picture here. This woman, it looks like she is from South Korea. She is an archer. She has a bow and arrow, and she is taking aim at a target. But when we use took aim as an English phrasal verb, it's usually something more like this: pointed at a target. And it can be real or it can be spoken. Okay, let's take a look at this picture here. There isn't a target in front of this woman. It looks like maybe it's her husband. She took aim at her husband and accused him of cheating. Now, she is pointing in that picture. You don't have to point at someone to take aim at them. Next, we have root causes. Sometimes people want to find the root causes of something, and that is the main reason for something. Let's make this picture bigger. The doctor tried to find the root causes of her patient's illness. What if something is vital? Well, you can see at the bottom. It means it is very important. Here we have another picture. Maybe a mother and a son. She told her son that it is vital to eat breakfast before school. I have another question for you to leave in the comments. Are you a breakfast person? Most mornings, do you eat breakfast or do you skip breakfast? I'm a breakfast guy. Almost every morning, I will eat breakfast. I rarely skip it, but I know a lot of people who don't like eating breakfast in the morning. It makes their stomach feel funny. It gives them an upset stomach. How about this sentence at the bottom? It is vital that you study your English as often as you can.
He also spoke on those accusations against Russia of planning to attack NATO countries after many have accused Moscow of violating their airspace with jets and drones in recent weeks, which the Kremlin has denied.
Russia is being accused of almost planning to attack the North Atlantic Alliance and the European Union countries. President Putin has repeatedly debunked these provocations. Russia has never had and does not have any such intentions. However, any aggression against my country will be met with a decisive response.
And earlier this week, President Donald Trump announced a major shift, writing on Truth Social that he thinks Ukraine, with the support of the European Union, is in a position to fight and win all of Ukraine back in its original form, essentially retaking its territory that Russia has occupied. The president also expressed his disappointment in Putin for prolonging the war and that it's time to stop.
Next is violating in the picture. We have a student who is violating one of the rules. Violating means breaking a rule or a law. Take a look at this. I'll make it a little bigger. He was violating the rule by using his phone in class. Maybe you know, I am a teacher in a real American high school. I just got home from teaching, and we have the same rule at my school. You cannot use cell phones during class. Debunked. It's fun to say. Debunked. It means shown to be false. In the picture, if you look at the front of the room near where the teacher is standing, you can see on the whiteboard there are like pictures of aliens and spaceships. Here's a sentence. The story about the aliens at school was debunked. Maybe there was a rumor going around at the school, hey, aliens visited here last night. So the teacher had to get up in front of the class and debunk that rumor. Provocations. Provocations. Here, it is a noun. These are actions that make someone angry. Provoke is the verb. Take a look at the picture. We have a couple brothers here. His little brother's provocations made him shout. It actually looks like the big brother is provoking the little brother. We can see the little brother is shouting. Decisive is next. It means able to make choices quickly and with confidence. This woman, it looks like she is choosing between a couple shirts. She was decisive and chose the red shirt right away. They talked about Donald Trump having a shift in his thinking. I think they called it a major shift. So a major shift would be like a big change. So a shift is a small change. A major shift is a big change. Here we have a picture of some rain. Maybe a couple minutes ago, it was nice and sunny. There was a shift in the weather and it started to rain. How about occupied? Occupied. Sometimes you will see a sign that says occupied on the door of a restroom. Occupied means busy with something. I'm afraid this young man might get into trouble. Let's take a look at the picture. He's clearly playing some video games. He was too occupied with the video game to answer the call from his parents. I can imagine when the parents get home, they might ask him, hey, why didn't you answer this call? It was very important. No more video games tonight for you, mister. Prolonging. Prolonging means making something last longer. We can see a father. He is trying to put his daughter to bed. Looks like he's reading her a bedtime story. She kept prolonging bedtime by asking for more stories. So it seems like she did not want to go to bed. We have another sentence here for prolonged. I would say the war with Ukraine and Russia has been prolonged. That war has been going on for what, more than 3 years? Yeah, that is definitely a prolonged war.
The president also expressed his disappointment in Putin for prolonging the war and that it's time to stop.
I'm very dissatisfied with what Russia's doing and what President Putin is doing. I haven't liked it at all. He's killing people for no reason whatsoever.
President Zelensky this afternoon wrote on X that America stands with Ukraine and we feel it. We thank the people of the United States, President Donald Trump, the First Lady Melania Trump, for their attention to Ukrainians, to our children, to our people. We stand together, he said, and that means life will be protected and peace and security will be closer. But these back and forth attacks, they do continue. Russia launched 115 drones across Ukraine, targeting several regions, including the Zaporizhia region. 97 were neutralized, according to Ukraine's Air Force. Zelensky, as you said, also announced today a $90 billion arms agreement with the U.S. and a separate drone deal for Ukrainian-made drones that the U.S. will purchase. He also disclosed that an Israeli Patriot air defense system has been operating in Ukraine for the past month. 2 more are expected to arrive in the fall. Now, meanwhile, Ukrainian drones, they hit oil pumping stations deep inside Russia. Allegedly, they were more than 700 miles from the border with Ukraine. So a lot going on, Kevin.
They used the term whatsoever in the newscast. I think this is a tricky one, and I definitely couldn't find a good picture for this. So whatsoever, it's a big word. You can see whatsoever. It's like 3 words in one, and it means not at all. And we use it for emphasis. So I have a couple sentences as examples, and I hope it will help you use whatsoever in your conversations. It's a little tricky, I think, but he had no interest in soccer whatsoever. So that sentence could leave out whatsoever, and it doesn't change the meaning, but adding whatsoever gives it emphasis. Like you're saying he really has no interest in soccer. How about this one? The small donation, however, had no effect whatsoever on the massive project's budget. So somebody gave a small donation, that's great, but the project needed so much money, it really didn't help whatsoever. The village was so remote that it had no internet access whatsoever. Back and forth, that means moving between 2 places or sides many times. And you can see in the picture, it looks like that tennis ball is going back and forth across the net. The kids ran back and forth across the playground. The tennis ball went back and forth over the net. Neutralized is next. That means stopped something from being harmful. Here we have a man. Looks like he is in his kitchen and he's spraying something. Here's a sentence. The strong cleaner neutralized the bad smell in the kitchen. This sentence isn't quite as nice, and I will let you guess what this might mean. The police neutralized the violent protester. So whatever they did, the protester is no longer violent. Disclosed. Disclosed, that means shared information that was private or secret. Her doctor disclosed to her that she would need surgery. And AI is not a great speller, but on the envelope or the folder, you can see it says undisclosed. So that would be secret. Take a look at the sentence below. She disclosed her favorite snack to her best friend. No, I don't think that kind of information would be disclosed. This is usually big secret stuff. You did it. This was a difficult English lesson, I'm not going to lie. If you're looking for more English lessons about Russia and Ukraine, take a look right down there. Don't forget, if you would like me to be your one-on-one speaking partner, check out the comment section. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.